Okay, welcome back to another episode of GTNH. I'm just going to get right into it. How's everyone doing? So, off camera work? Oh, wait. Let's go back a little bit. What was the last thing I did? I was crafting a whole bunch of stuff, trying to get ready for tier 8 water, right? And if I check, that's the wrong thing. Nothing is crafting, and that's always a good sign because it did finish. I was able to craft literally everything in one day. This stuff was expensive, but I think that's all the casings that this simple one asks for. Probably need to craft more if I need some, but we got everything. And there we go. So the real challenge is not even building the thing, it's actually setting it up. I was studying it. I can't say that. I was studying it. I can't say it. I was trying to figure it out a little bit before the stream, but it's a little tricky. And I will admit, I did take a look at the wiki, but the only thing I got out of that was what kind of sequence you have to do. So a little bit of a too long didn't read explanation of this thing. Every cycle, it looks like, or every recipe run, it's going to ask for 2 different quark releasing catalysts. So if I look up those, there's 6 of them in total. So this machine is going to ask for a pair of 2 different ones. And we have to figure it out through some kind of sequence. And if it's able to find it, then that's a recipe complete. Otherwise, it fails. So it's really tricky because you have to send a sequence of catalysts to guarantee that you're going to find a matching pair. And the tricky thing about it is that the machine does not tell you what it is. It's completely random. You have to do something to figure it out. So all I pretty much got from the wiki, just a little shortcut, was what combinations of catalysts I should give it to pretty much guarantee that it's going to find the matching pair with the least amount of combinations possible. Too long didn't read. It's kind of complicated. And then I also looked further down the wiki and I saw the solution that they suggested, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't want to read it because that's a lot of words. So we're gonna figure it out ourselves at least. So I pretty much just got the ordering. I have a picture of it on the side here. What order I need to give it so that we can guarantee that it'll find it. It's a good amount of stuff that we have to do, but we'll figure it out. And once we get it, it's the final Waterline challenge in this playthrough, most likely, because it seems like all the other ones are working. I'm pretty excited about that. Hello, Killer. Hello, Sena. How you guys doing? Aside from that, the DTPF has been pretty much running nonstop. If I check my hypogen, we have enough, which tells me I'm gonna tell this to stop doing the hypogen recipe. I'm gonna take off basically everything here because we have enough hypogen and I don't want to craft it nonstop. This is also gonna save our power, and it'll also mean that I can actually craft things like infinity a lot easier. So let's say I want 1,000,000. I can do that. And the recipe here, it just pushes all that stuff into here. It stores it and then it crafts it right over here. And we have our infinity. And this is actually producing a good amount of it, so I like that. But I'm gonna try to remind myself, don't craft anything that needs hypogen, because what I want to do is craft the coils in one batch, which we can. But we'll do that off camera because that's a thick craft. It'll take forever. Okay. So DTPF is still going to be powered. It's just not going to be doing the hypogen recipe nonstop. So I guess we'll start off with that. Today is going to be setting up the waterline because we really need tier 8 water. And also, I need to babysit the cyclotron here, because that's the only way to get these catalysts. So if I check these guys, you also have to craft these in the DTPF. But the cool thing about tier 8 water is that it recycles them. So if you find the correct pair, it turns them both into unaligned, and you have to craft them in a laser engraver. But the thing is, the automation challenge is how do you figure out which ones to align them to? Because the intention is to have this fully recyclable. Or you can just like non-stop craft this if you really wanted to, but no, don't do that. Because these quirks are atrocious to get. It's only 1% chance. So the wiki solution did suggest that I need a minimum of 3 of each. And setting up an automation to recycle these, that's going to be the main challenge. And also making sure that I have enough infinity fluid, because if you see there, it says the base cost of inserting a catalyst is molten infinity. And if you don't, I found it in the single player world that I made. It shuts the machine down, and that's a big problem. So lots of challenges we have to do to figure this out, but I feel like it'll be a little easier than tier 7. That seems to be what everyone agrees on. I don't know if I have to get back into IC Gate, but if I do, I already have the experience, right? Heck, even if I manage to figure it out with the IC Gate, I'll just send that to the people that are going to hire me. Like, hey, I know how to do logic circuits in Minecraft. Man, I got another one of those like screening emails from another company, and they were like, hey, are you sure you applied to the correct job? Because, I don't have that much experience in work. So I went out of my way to apply for like a job that has a lot, like 5 and up years of experience. But that question, like, how do you get experience without working, So I just went ahead and applied to it, and then they responded to me with an email saying, oh yeah, are you sure you have 5 and up years? Oh no. I just pretty much told them like, hey, I got some pretty good experience and I'm ready. Well, we'll see what they say, but at this point, right, anything would be good. Okay, so this is a 17 cubed thing. That is that 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I put you here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plus 8 is 16, and then the middle one is 17, right? Yeah. So it's 9. And there's an achievement. I know I said that I don't like looking at the wiki solution, but I also just wanted to save time. I did look through the solution, and I'm gonna be honest, it looks a little complicated only because it's doing a bunch of weird things that I'm not used to. I have a kind of an idea of what I want to do, so I guess we'll try it. Oh, and also everything to do with the fuel refinery, that's completed as well. So if I check the field restriction quotes, we got enough for 3 more of them. So I'll set this up later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, look at this dude. Nice. Build it. So this is going to be a fun challenge, and I'm looking forward to figuring it out. Not 100% because I did cheat a little bit, but it's still a good amount of effort on my end, right? That is the last data stick we're gonna need, unless they decide to add tier 9 water. But I don't know how. I don't like how else. How more pure can you go? It's like that, right? Yeah. Right here. And we'll say that all the interfacing is down here. So we'll go from that corner to this corner. Oh, that's right. You got hightail, right? Is that pretty fun? It sounds like something I'm probably going to pay at some point. Tier 10 water is drinkable angel tears. No, you know, with the nature of all this stuff going on, it's going to be like extra dimensional stuff. Fourth dimension water. It's going to have like some kind of 3-phase water. What's the supercritical? Something like that. That's a thing here, right? Isn't that just steam? Whatever that is. I don't know. From what little chemistry I know, there's like some point in you have to adjust pressure and what was it? Temperature, right, to get the 3 different states of matter. And then there's a point where it becomes something with 3, a triple point. Yeah. Man, it's been what? When did I graduate undergrad? 2020. And then freshman chemistry. It's 9 years ago. I'm unk. Haven't taken a chemistry class since in 9 years. I don't remember a thing. That's all I know about it. I know there's such a thing as triple point. Telling you the next water, tier 9 water, it's divisible by 3. That makes sense, right? Okay. So how the heck? So there's a couple of things that I want to control this with. I'm going to set up the control down here. So one of them is to be able to tell the machine to only run when there's enough infinity. Yeah, only when there's enough infinity. So one way to do that is to have a level emitter. Because I don't want this to run when there's not enough infinity. The other thing is to just craft it. But no, I don't want it. I don't want to. I'm gonna have it level maintained, but yeah, it's gonna be tricky. So I was thinking about the solution. The wiki had a weird solution using like droppers and a whole bunch of other stuff, but I'm thinking the stock replenisher. I want to figure out a way I can use this to control that, because this one I can tell this, hey, keep a stock of infinity, for example, and enough core catalysts like this. Keep a stock of 3, and if I need more, just craft more. All right. So let's see if I can use something like that. I don't know. It's going to be a challenge regardless, but we'll figure it out. I believe this one, it doesn't actually care what kind of thing it has or what kind of cell. But we'll go from there. I guess I'm not going to control it for now. I'm not going to connect the controller yet, because I'm going to turn this on whenever I try to test it. So we'll come back to the control later. So here's a tricky thing. For us to get those catalysts. Oh, and another cool thing is that whenever a recipe finishes, it returns anything that was not the correct sequence. So at most, you're only going to have 2 of these coming out, which means all the other stuff gets recycled, and that's pretty nice. But for me to guarantee that I have like the combination discovered, I need at least 3 of each. And we don't quite have enough quirks. I'm missing one top quirk, 1 strange quirk, and a bottom quirk. 2 of them. And that's the cyclotron over here. This man is a little slow, so I'm going to upgrade it to UIV. I don't even know if it accepts it. It does. Yeah, that works. And connect. All right. So this should run twice as fast. Yep. And it's gonna give me those quarks eventually. It just needs a little bit of plasma and, well, that's it. Just hydrogen plasma. And I can't seem to make this anywhere else except the quantum force transformer. Or the compact cyclotron, and I don't have either one of them. Or I don't have the force transformer yet. So this is the only way to make hydrogen plasma. And it takes a while. So just let that run in the background. Okay. What I'm also going to need is a laser engraver. Because for me to produce this stuff, to recycle this, it has to be a laser engraver with at least UHV. And I'm going to give this probably strong power because of that 30-second thing. I'm a little nervous of how to work around it. It's going to be tricky trying to like determine which one I have to craft because there's 6 different ones. So how am I going to tell this machine, hey, craft this exact one? There might be some level maintainer shenanigans on a subnet to solve that. But I do need a laser engraver. And some water. Okay. So go ahead and have a pretty good tiered one. I'll even power it up to 2, 3 right here. I need a tier for this. Like that. And what kind of laser do I give it? UAV laser. Excuse me. It's gonna be like that for the first 2 months of the year. Man, have a lot of congestion. Should really take some medicine or something to help out with it. Like a Dayquil or something. You're missing the laser base. No? Resistant pleat. Close enough. Okay. I'm excited though, and I feel like I'm always saying that, but I am. Gonna get some very fresh purified water. Oh yeah. It says absolutely perfect, but you know how this mod pack is. Are you sure it's perfect? Don't think so. Go ahead and give it a 64 amp energy hatch, because I might as well. Should I? Yes. You might as well, right? And a corresponding 64 amp dynamo. So I am going to need a AE2 subnet, so I'll have a controller, or at least I'm pretty sure, to keep all this stuff separate from the main system. So it doesn't have to think about all this nonsense going on, right? Right there. That's not where it goes. Right here. No, it's not where it goes. Right there. And then maintenance. Put it right there. And there we go. Okay. Now powering this man, that's probably just gonna feed off of this one. Yeah, let's feed off of you. Do I just go all the way up there? Yeah. Trying to go over here. I guess we'll go up first. Right there. Go all the way over here. Right there. Get this one. Go all the way over here. Oh, the Fashro was imported. Yo, are you gonna add that to Meatballcraft? Honestly, I'm so used to having an unbreakable instant break tool. I'm gonna admit that in Meatballcraft, I just completely forgot how to do anything with tools because it's been so long since I've like played with a normal tool. I was so unused to things breaking instantly. I'm like, what the heck? I forgot tools were this weak without enchantments and stuff. Yeah, I did 2 hours after the mod got published. Yo. What chapter is it gonna get gated off? Or gated on? Gated by? What's the right word for it? Okay, well, there's the power for you. You are connected, right? Yes. Okay, so this man is connected, and I need a way for it to tow this guy. So what this is going to need absolutely is a... I'm going to give it a UOV input hatch. So if you look at this recipe here, for me to fix or align these catalysts, it needs to have stabilized baryonic matter. So the recipe produces 2000 plus 500 times whatever parallel you have. So that 2000 by itself is used to realign the catalyst. But you need a way to store this without wasting it. So that's where the other challenge is. Where am I going to put this? And that is a good question. The stock replenisher is probably going to work with that as well. So stock replenisher, I'll probably put it like back here. Well, first of all, let's set up the ME controller. And we'll have the stock replenisher somewhere. Not actually sure. Right here. So multiple ways to do this. I can just connect it to the main net or the subnet. I can even connect it to both. This is going to be a very crafting in pieces setup. So honestly, what I want to do is have I think I'm going to request to craft. Don't know if that's a good idea though. Like have a level maintainer that detects, like, hey, I don't have enough of whatever. Go ahead and craft it. Right? Let's try that. We'll see how annoying that gets though. So I'm going to need 6 crafting input buffers for this. because there's 6 recipes that I have to deal with. Again, this is all just us trying to figure out, like, we're gonna learn this in pieces together, hopefully. So I'll call this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go ahead and tell this the corresponding circuits. 2, 3, 4. No, that's 6. Oops. Already messing it up. 7, 8. What? Oops. 5 and 4. Probably chapter 2 with the high material cost with a couple of exceptions most. Okay. Meatball craft matter manipulator when. Nah, I mean, if you don't need that much machine spam, you probably don't need it. That's where this comes in handy the most. Turn it off for now. So first things first, I do have to set up the recipes for these guys. I'll go ahead and do that. 2. Because you first have to craft them in the DTPF before you can even do anything with them. I'm DTPFing it. Who named it that? They got good taste. Okay, I think to help visualize it, I should be able to craft some of the quirks. Almost done. I just need one more strange quirk. So we'll do 3 of each. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I completely forgot. Oh, that doesn't seem too bad. I have field generators, right? I got enough. Okay, we'll be fine. So go ahead and craft you. No matching things. Nope. So you can be put in. You cannot be put in bulk because that's UIV tiered. I cannot up tier the UIV stuff or the bulk assembly yet. And I also need to research the Tangum electromagnet. I'm assuming I'm finally done with the Waterline, so I'll get rid of this data stick. That's an S-line process right here. All right, that's almost done. Okay. So, someone is working on making modular machinery auto build work for. Oh, that's cool. Absolutely. Yeah, I totally get that. You gotta research this man's. Put you there. Research, please. That's a fast research. Thank you. Right there. Okay. So if I look up quark, I have enough of all quirks. No, never mind. I'm still missing a strange quirk. So I need 3 of you. I can't make infinity wire yet. How dare you? That is ingot. And while I'm here, I'm actually going to change the recipe for infinity ingots. Instead of using the dire crafting table, this recipe. Which one? Yeah, this one. Instead of using this one, I'm going to solidify it instead. Because I'm pretty confident that the DTPF is able to craft infinity ingots very fast. So for example, if I try to craft like 64, or if you even try to craft one, it tries to craft all 64 at once. Way faster. And I can do the same thing. I honestly probably want to do that with cosmic neutronium, because this is super slow, but I can make it in the DTPF. And I believe I want to make it with cosmic neutronium combs. But I don't have this bee, so I have to... I mean, I do, but it's not ready. So I'm going to set up the bees as well. And that'll be way faster, because these recipes, everything that I was crafting yesterday, it needed like 500,000 cosmic neutronium, and it took forever. No. We're going to make it. And then in the DTPF, and that also means something like neutronium. Believe I can also make neutronium there as well. Yeah. So I'm going to be able to do this, and it's just iron. And it makes a whole bunch of it. So I probably want to get into this as well. But we'll think about that as we go. So let's make 3 of you. Thank you. I need 3 of you. It's going to be a little pricey. 3 of you. Don't have enough strange yet. 3 top quirks. And 3 of those guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 of them. Crap. Well, it's not that bad. Yeah, never mind. That's not that bad. It's because we already had the field generators, and those are annoying to make. Yeah, speaking of cosmic neutronium, I need so much of this. It's a big bottleneck. So I'll look into that probably. Honestly, right now, I can probably make the bees right now. It doesn't take me too long. Let's do it. Oh, no labware. And look for a pristine princess. I'll use Furious, because I can. Thank you. Alright, try to give me purebred. Cosmic neutronium, please. No. There we go. And there we go. Easy. Go ahead and trash everyone else. Goodbye. You've done me a great service. Double check just in case that this is the correct B. Yes. Okay. Alright. And then we'll make a couple of princesses here. I just have to... Honestly, I can just use a bunch of ignobles. I have tons of ignobles. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. So I just have to do this. Just make me a bunch of drones. And there we go. Thank you. Okay. And then I just have to get a random drone. A princess. Keep breeding it until I get a something that doesn't die. There it is. And then keep breeding it with this one until it gives me a purebred one that stacks. Stacks up to 4. And there we go. That's a good one. And then rinse and repeat. We'll do just 3 for now. Appetite, sure. This will also clear up any bees I have in my storage that have just existed forever. Where'd it go? Oh, right there. And there we go. That's a good one. Yeah. Trash you. We'll do 3 for now. Take that off. Make queens. Okay. Okay. Then go ahead and put them here. It does make it apiary differentiate between pristine and ignoble. No. So I'll show you right now. All right, we got three of those combs in there. So if we look at the tooltip for the mega apiary, it's a wall of text, right? But the important part is operating mode. Genetic stabilizer upgrade is applied, so ignoble bees will not die. So it doesn't matter if you're using a mega apiary. As long as it's a good bee, it'll work fine. The only thing is the genetic imprinter. You know, I'm sure you know about it because Gendustries and Meatball Craft also, right? It'll kill the bees. There's a chance to kill the bees. Okay, so we have cosmic combs now. Producing that. Nothing is requesting neutronium, so what I'm gonna do is change the recipe. So the one that uses cosmic neutronium is you and you. And the fluid. We're not going to do the fluid in there anymore. I'll take this one out too because we have infinite dust otherwise. Well, that's what we're farming. Okay, so if I wanted to make cosmic neutronium, the fluid, I'm gonna go ahead and make it here. Using this recipe. This one, right? Yeah. It's gonna be circuit 1 though. And just one comb makes 1,024 ingots. It's gonna be so good. Now, here's the situation if I look at infinity. The circuit 1 is not a conflict, but circuit 3 is for cosmic neutronium. No, it's not. Okay, so I can use circuit 1. Do that. So this is where you want to start coloring the, like these guys, which I can totally do that, but at this point, I don't think I need to yet. So if I try to craft cosmic neutronium, the fluid, let's say we want to make 200,000. Need a lot of copper dust. And the other cool thing is that copper is something we can pump. So I can totally set up a space pump for molten copper if I really wanted to. Which I probably should, because you want to do the least amount of crafting steps at all times. And there we go. Just a couple of seconds, we just made 2,000 ingots. And then set up a recipe for solidifying it. Big improvements here. So if I want to craft something like, oh, give me a 10,000 copper, or cosmic neutronium, how fast is that going to produce? Crafting 1.1 million cosmic neutronium. 10 seconds. That's pretty good. And then solidifying it should be very quick. I hope. Yeah, it's way faster. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep it like that. Anything that has a fluid, it's best to be produced there, I think. It takes more power overall. Plus all the catalyst usage, we might have to balance it around that, but I'll leave it like that. Okay, catalysts are still being worked on. If I look at, they are going to take a while, but I just want one of them so I can plan the automation with it. I like to hold something in my hand so I can visually like see it, or I guess visualize the automation. I'm a very visual person. I'm a visual learner. I need to see it. If you tell me what to do, I'm not going to remember. I need to be able to see it. Speaking of seeing it, get out of here. You don't even do anything. You're not connected. You're decommissioned. Okay. So, go ahead and just... I'm going to try to use this thing, but I don't know how it's going to work. I guess we'll see. If I have to read what this replenisher thing does. If you pull it from the enemy network it is attached to, and those items/fluids will become invisible to your network. So it's invisible to whoever pulls from it. Okay. So I'm just gonna set it up here. Let's have 3 of each, because that's the end goal. One, two, three, four, five, 6 of them. 3. So Molten Infinity, I'm probably just gonna have it here. No, let's have it here as well. So I want Molten Infinity right here. No, something is wrong with this setup here. Because Molten Infinity is something that we don't, like, we're not producing this in this subnet. I'm only going to have things that are produced by this in here. And Molten Infinity is going to be separate, I think. I can even have another stock replenisher for it, but I'll go ahead and do that here. So, okay, so the baryonic stuff here. No, I may not want to do it like this either, actually. This is a fun challenge. The way I understood it, it's like the stocking top row of an enemy interface, but items won't be counted. So it can be used for recursives. Yeah, that's what it is. But I was just having second guesses because this is a subnet, right? If I connect, like if I put a wire from the main net over here, doesn't that technically count as two controllers? And it's gonna destroy everything, so I don't want to do that. That was my only concern. And because Molten Infinity is only stored here, and I wouldn't want to do that. I guess what I could, yeah, I have an idea. So I'm still gonna have Molten Infinity here as well. So the wiki solution said that at most you're going to be using 42 ingots worth of fluid. If I use the same sequence of catalysts, which I will be because it's easier, which is 42 times 144. So I want to always have 6048 Molten Infinity in here, and do not start the recipe if there's less than that, because otherwise you're going to have loss. And also this way, I won't have to compete with the system, like the main system that, hey, I need fluid. I won't have to compete with it. And then the baryonic stuff as well. You absolutely want this to be stocked to 2000. 2000 because that's what you need to be able to craft this. Because you're going to get two of these catalysts. Each one costs 2000 to fix, so you want this to be stocked to 2000, and that's it. Oh, you know what I can do? Yeah, I have an idea. Watch this. So what I can do down here, we'll connect to our main net. Am I gonna just connect here? Yeah, I can just connect here. And the wireless hub was supposed to fix that, but here I am not fixing it. In binding mode. So from here, oh, sorry, queuing mode, like that, and then connect it to the other one. Where is it? Oh, it's over here. I guess I'll put it like right there. There we go. So what I'm going to do is set up a storage bus. Fluid storage bus and an interface. Dual interface. So this one is to the main net. Right there. Do not show on interface terminal, and I want this one to stock the molten infinity. That looks funny. And baryonic matter, whenever it does show up. So these are the only things that are going to be produced. So what I'm thinking is just putting all of the baryonic matter into storage, the main network, and then it's the stock replenisher is just going to pull it. Or should I not do that? No, I shouldn't do that. I'm going to try it like that for now. We'll see this. Yeah, I'm going to try it. Okay, so this guy's supposed to see this. And if I check here, I need a way to storage bus like that. And then a blue cable. And we'll say that only this one is going to be extract only. Like that. Okay, so we have 100% molten infinity, and that is something I will level maintain. And I might as well set up a very big storage cell for it, like a fluid storage cell. So it doesn't get stuck anywhere else. All right, tell this one to store you. Put that there. All right, so now you have space for a lot of infinity. And then I will level maintain the guy. I'm going to ask for 10 million. And craft me 1 million if you can. It says it's crafting. Yeah. Okay, sweet. So we have infinity stocked, and then I can connect to this one with the level emitter. And first of all, also tell the system here. So right now, because with how the stock replenisher works, the subnet has no idea that these items are in storage. So that's where another storage bus comes in. I'm gonna need one for fluids and one for items. So I guess we'll just do that. A little cursed, but we'll do that. And just to be sure, I can always connect it to a terminal. For he's a jolly good, or for they are a jolly good fellow. Hello, Cat and Vin. How you guys doing? How's it going? How's it going? We're figuring out Waterline. Oh, you just did tier 8 Waterline? Okay. So, this is where the challenge is gonna be. By the way, let me shout out you guys. Yeah, I actually remember to shout out. Thanks for the raid. Hope you guys had a good stream. And welcome everybody. I think I saw the notification that you guys were doing Waterline. I didn't think I was gonna get into it today, and then I just crafted the whole thing off camera, and I just decided let's just do it. What's the saying? Like bite the bullet. We have to commit to it now. So far, it's pretty fun. I only looked at the bare minimum on the wiki. All I saw was like what kind of sequence of catalysts that I'm gonna like recommend it, and that's it. The actual setup, I'm gonna try to do something. It's a fun puzzle. So I did do tier 7 Waterline completely by myself. That was a fun puzzle. It became a whole nightmare of like this. It was a whole mess using an IC gate, but it works. Just don't touch it. How does it work? I have no idea, but it works. And then I was flexing on them by using infinity pipes for no reason. Pretty fun. But, you know, for the sake of time, I kind of just wanted to do the whole thing. And so I had an idea of what the sequence is going to look like, the quark pairs. And but I spent like an hour during lunchtime, like just like, nah, I can't do this. Go to the wiki. So I did make an honest attempt, and it's pretty tricky. You managed it in 14 quarks. Did you? Okay, because the wiki suggests 18. But if you managed it in 14 quarks, that's kind of impressive. Take some water, actually. I ate pizza for dinner, so I'm extra thirsty today, by the way. So if I'm drinking a lot of water, that's what it is. What do you mean I can't craft quartz screws? Oh, I took off the recipe. Lathe does not have any space, so crafting bus. It's over there. I forget where my machines are sometimes. I find it like really cool that a lot of people have really cool names for the base. I don't think I do. It's probably just the Restless Club, but lately it's kind of been just me. So I don't really have a name for the base. Like something like Neo Tokyo, that's just too cool. Did I even have enough channels for this? That's over here. It's this one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, yes, I do. I wouldn't say dorky. That's just impressive. It's not something I could come up with. That would probably call my base. Like, if I sincerely had to think of a name, I would probably be saying something like memes or something. But honestly, we do kind of have an identity. It's very grayscale, yes, but we got bees. We have a bunch of other animals. Look at our soul sand sphere. Majestic. I love it. We got, you know, the raccoon back here. You know, the raccoon butt. Capybara, we got a chicken. We have a red panda somewhere over here and an actual panda. So we might as well just call it the zoo. Restless Zoo, maybe? I don't know. Restless Club. I can't go back on the Restless Club name, though. It's kind of on brand for the group here. The more of my world is that my character is a survivor of a space battle and crash in this system. That's wild. And I mean that with the most respect. I'm not creative like that. I was about to type in Merminal. No. It's supposed to be ME terminal. Okay. So it's just a quick disclaimer. I don't really know what I'm doing. Oops. So no. Oh, I forgot. Whenever you have this set to extract, it doesn't filter correctly. I'm not trying to see the entire storage. No. What if I filter it here? Molten Infinity. We're gonna learn how AE2 works here. Okay, extract works. I think it's on insert. It doesn't filter correctly. It's one of the options. It's really weird. And even then, that's not really right. I've never played with this either, so I'm trying to learn how it works along with learning about tier 8 water. See if I can do something with both of them together. I don't know if it's working out though. I'm just not going to use terminals. They're a little confusing for me. Nah, don't worry about it. Okay. But for sure, I do want this to be filtered to baryonic as well. So the base is Crash Site Mountain Complex, a play off of Cheyenne Mountain Complex from Stargate. I haven't seen Stargate. I honestly didn't realize Stargate was a show until I started looking into the whole GTNH lore. Did not know that otherwise. I don't like this. And I don't know how to deal with it. I don't think the stock replenisher is really doing anything. What I can also do is just put the stock replenisher here instead. And maybe have another one for these releasing catalysts, maybe? No idea. Let's try it. Let's have one for just the fluids. Oh, I broke it. Alright, I don't want to deal with it. Just get out of here. Okay. That's Molten Infinity. Yeah. Try to have 144 times. So the wiki recommends 42 ingots. You want to make sure that you have at least that much. And then baryonic whatever. Have 2000 to make sure that I can craft whatever. And then I have one just for the fluids right here. Maybe. So if that's supposed to be a blue one because that's my subnet, I like to keep things organized that way. Add a fluid terminal so I can actually see it. Yes, okay, that's what I want to see. I just want to see 6048 and that's it. Okay. So I'm thinking of doing this with a level maintainer, having another stock replenisher to pull. Like make sure that I have enough for like 3 of each because the wiki recommends 3 of each. But I'm thinking about it now and I don't know if that's what I want to do. Also, do we have strange? No, I still need a third one. I have all the others, just not strange yet. Hurry up. What are you doing? I guess I'll wait for it just a little longer. Yeah, I'll wait for it for just a bit more. So the real challenge is how am I going to tell this thing to put a specific kind of like item in there. So I'm thinking of some kind of UOV input bus. One for each of the 6 quarks. Let's try that maybe. Anyone else complete quests by accident or achievements by accident because you just don't pick up the item? Because you don't know that you have to pick it up? Actually, off camera yesterday, I picked up an IV fuel generator and I completed a quest I didn't even know I was missing. Actually, which one was it? Yeah, I completed this quest yesterday. All the way out here in UIV and I just completed an IV quest. Oops. Okay. So the fun challenge is how can I tell this thing, hey, I only want a certain amount of items there. It's a little tricky, right? Only an EV. Oh, sorry, I spoiled the quest. Yes, there's a quest for IV fuel generators. Am I dumb to say have a stock replenisher for one of each of these? Is that overkill? At this point, I just want to use stock replenishers for no reason. But is it wrong? Not really. Actually, yeah, you can't really because it's you're not allowed to use stocking input buses, right? Because that would just break everything. It would make it so easy. You just have to craft it once and that's it. Uh-oh. Ali redeemed, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. So any of the new audience, welcome back. It's an inside joke behind the red nose. It's not a clown nose. It's Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. So I have a bunch of videos that play in the be right back screen. This one, and a lot of the times it's like me playing different instruments and whatever. So I joined a community band in August, and we played in the Christmas concert in December. And one of the songs was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and one of the percussionists brought a box full of these red noses. And so it's just become a recurring theme for me to put it on. Just for a couple minutes, though, because I can't breathe. I'm also like a little sick, so it's just a couple of minutes, but it's kind of an inside joke thing. Where I still don't have my strange quirks. It also makes my nose itch a little bit. I guess I should specify how long I should have it on. Let me get some water. No, it was pretty fun because in the Rudolph song I was playing sleigh bells, so I'm that dude in the back. I was doing that with the red nose for like 3 minutes straight. It was pretty fun. It was a good time. So, do I just follow the wiki? There's a part of me that wants to follow it, but not all the way. Because there's a big ugly, I'm sorry, I don't want to say ugly, but it's kind of nasty, the big circuit there. And part of me wants to cram it into an IC gate, because I like IC gates. So I am going to need a timer for sure. And a way to tell like the sequence. I can probably do that with like some kind of decoder in the IC gate or whatever. Which might be what I end up doing actually. Because what I would have done otherwise if I didn't look at the wiki, I would have done like honestly like a simple chest. Even an export bus. If I intend to have a stock replenisher for all of the different things. Let me see something here. I'm very curious about this. If I have an export bus here, and let's say I have an item, I'm going to do some experiments here because I want to learn how these export buses work. Like timings along with them and things like that. I'm basically doing the exact same thing I would do in a single player world, by the way. This is literally me in single player world. I'm just putting things down and seeing if things would work. We'll put a couple of black cables in there, sure. Okay, so let's say I tell this with the redstone card. I want to see if I can AE2-ify this. Yeah, and I'll ask for hints if I need some. It's going to be a fun project. I like to figure things out for the most part by myself. But I do admit that a lot of the times I don't know what I'm talking about. But that's the challenge of it, right? So what I want to see is if I give it a pulse gate, pulse forward. How many items does it push out? Or is it going to be weird? Like, hey, there's too many pulses in here. A lot of the other stuff are like that. So if I give it a pulse. Yeah, okay, so this is the challenge. It doesn't really know how to respond to a pulse because, I don't know. I really don't know. I've seen this a lot, especially with things like Ender IO conduits. But Ender IO conduits might be another option. So pulses won't work. Sometimes. What happens if I keep spamming it? Doesn't work. Are you even working correctly? Active with signal, yes. So you don't recognize it. But if I give you a regular lever, it takes a while for it to work. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There's like a difference between game tick and redstone tick that I don't really understand. But like, how do you extend the pulse? I don't know. So here's the other thing. What I found out with the yes, it's the repeater. What I found out with IC gates, it's just super weird. It's a Project Red thing, I think. So this is what's inside this I'm gassy circuit. I came up with the name by myself, by the way. So this is what I found out. For whatever reason, if you have just a pulse former, it like sends 3 ticks or something weird like that to these machine controllers, or to the fluid regulators. It's weird. But if I add a redstone repeater, for whatever reason, it behaves with 2 ticks. It's so weird. I don't know how to explain it. It like takes away a tick or something. So what I found is like having a repeater before a pulse former just makes things really weird. And that a lot of my solutions with Project Red, you'll see that anywhere I have a pulse former, I just put a repeater there because I don't know why, it just works. And hopefully I can show you what I'm talking about. Maybe it's the same thing here. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So we saw here that it would not work, but if I use this guy, it does not work either. Yeah, this might be like one of the weird things. In this case, maybe Ender IO, but I don't want to put more than one. That's where the challenge is. How do I guarantee that only one thing is going to go in there? Not a repeater. Yeah, I just tried that. It doesn't work. Yeah, it's something to do with AE2. I don't really know it internally. You might have to extend the pulse just by a little bit. Consistency goes, yeah. What is generally consistent are conveyors. But can you even control how fast it goes? I don't want one stack, I want one item. That's the problem with conveyors. Is there? Well, for example, if I put it here. Robot arms. Oh, you know what? Robot arms are one of those things that I forget exist. I always just treat them as crafting items. I'm gonna tell you right now, I've never opened this. I've never opened the UI before. Are you sure? I know that there's a tick rate, but the problem is it's gonna move a whole stack. That's my issue with it. And also, you can't reduce the tick rate. But fixed amount, I think that's a newer version of Gregtech, if I'm I believe. The other option is to use an item that actually throws something in there. And I think this is where the chest buffer, let's try that. At this point, I just want to try different things. I'm trying to stay away from the Oh yeah, or you can regulate the output stack. I'm just trying to get away from the wiki solution, which uses droppers, which would also work. But I want to Gregify it. I want to try it. Chest buffers. Moves one item every 10th second. So I would have to like pulse it maybe. Let's try a low voltage one, see what that does. I still don't have my strange quirks. Actually, don't, do I? Yes, I do. I'm crafting the third one. Give me the third one. And that should be all of my quirk catalysts, right? 3, 3, 2. I think one's crafting right now. No? Oh, I have one with me. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3 are crafting right now. Yeah. Okay. So if I were to give this a chest buffer. Okay. No. Like right there. How does this work? Screwdriver. Uh-huh. Okay. Uh-huh, okay, yeah. I'm gonna pretend like I understand what this is doing. Screwdriver output. Is that not the output phase? Oh. Okay. Oh, it has arrows. Alright. Okay, so I will tell this one. And let's say I give it like a bunch of cables. And it's is it redstone required? So if I give it a piece of redstone, I just threw the whole stack. Why are you throwing the whole stack? And also I want this to do redstone control. Enable stocking mode, is that? Okay. Try a pulse. Is it not redstone controlled? How do I swear I've used this for what I'm not even powering it. Did it invert redstone? Where's the stocking one? Let me read about this. I read the voltage buffer over here. Oh, machine controller, you're right. Machine controllers are weird also because they have that tick thing. So if I were to tell this something like enable with redstone, turn it on. Yeah, the man doesn't do anything. Oh. No, I don't think it's working. 5 ticks. Put a chest or pipe on the output. Let's do that. Well, I am trying to get it to work with the ULV input bus. No. Is it reliable though? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think it's reliable. Oh, the other option is what if I need to improve it, because that's a low voltage one. It only works with like 1 every 10th second. And I think I want to do something with once a tick which is that. So at least LUV. IV also works. Let's try the IV one. I was about to say, you're not crafting us because you're making infinity. Okay, so this is the problem I've seen before. It actually behaves with 2 ticks. So it does this twice. But sometimes I've seen when I add a repeater, for whatever reason, it actually reduces the number of ticks. Or it actually increases it by 1. Even though you would think it doesn't. And there it is, it fixed itself. I don't know why adding a repeater fixes everything for whatever reason. Oh wait, did I break it? Yeah, it's just so weird. It literally, I didn't change anything at the output. So this works. Let's try something. So there's I want to see 7, 3, 4, 5, 6. There it is. Yeah, this is just one of the examples I was talking about. A repeater fixes everything for whatever reason, and I have no idea why. I cannot answer that for you. That's why whenever you look at all of my IC gates, they have repeaters at the output, because I just don't know why. Get over here. Yeah, at the very output. No idea why, but that's I don't know. Repeaters fix everything for whatever reason. I'm curious if someone understands that. Maybe it changes how the tick behaves somewhere. No idea. But this looks like it'll work. So I just need a way to pulse all of this in some kind of sequence following the wiki suggestion. Of course, I'm pretty sure what also would work, the wiki was suggesting droppers. Just for the sake of it, I have 2 million droppers. I don't know why. I just want to see what this does. So this one would mean less connections. Yeah. And it behaves with the pulse former correctly. And if I add a repeater, what does that do? It also behaves correctly. So maybe that's the technique. Just rely on vanilla mechanics. Because this is just excessive. This is just too many controls. So I think in this case, I'm going to follow the wiki. But it was pretty cool to learn about this. Maybe I'll use buffers at some point. And I also have 2 million of these droppers, so I might as well use them all. So, is there a way for me to make an IC gate out of this? Because I want to. Let me bring my table over here. It's schematic. What's it called? IC workbench. And get the printer. Gonna set up a little workshop over here. You can do all my nerd stuff here. Drink some water. Okay. So what am I gonna need for the output? First of all, what I usually do is I draw a big scale. Or you think I can fit it in a 16 by 16? Probably could, honestly. Yeah, let's do it. What do I call it? This is tier 8 water, right? Dang, I can't put I'm perfecting it. I was thinking about corking it, but I didn't want to sound weird. But you said it, so you can take the blame if I get canceled. No, I'm corking it. Real talk, does chunk-align base from design matter anymore? So you're asking a person who does not care about chunk alignment? I don't even think about it. As far as I'm aware, as long as you chunk load everything, you're fine. As soon as I heard that, I stopped caring about chunk alignment. So everything looks organized, but not really. It's I just place machines down if there's space. It's not a chunk aligned. It just looks like it. Okay, so I know this would work. So yeah, I'm corking it. Will be our new our new circuit. Thanks for that, Sena. It's important for certain mods, I believe, especially things like immersive engineering. I always hear it will break if you don't chunk align it. So, and this is coming from a pack dev. Yeah, I've never had any issues with immersive engineering though. I also just never paid attention to it. So I'm gonna try to play with bundled IO. And I'm going to try to have, there's 6 outputs, right? And they're all going to be based on time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to have a timer that like tells each one in order of what to do. But how can I make a timing circuit in IC in Project Red? If I'm thinking about it, just put a timer down and then visualize it. I'm a visual person. I need to see it. So absolutely, this has to be timed on to 1 second, I believe. Because that's what this guy wants. It's every 20 ticks. I don't know why it tells me 20 ticks. Just tell me 1 second. So 1 second, it has to switch to the next thing. Maybe a counter would work. A counter is the only thing I can think of. But then again, how would a counter even work? What is this? That's what I'm looking for. So another thing is multiplexers, but I don't understand those. Like I understand the concept of multiplexing, but like, what the heck? How does that work with hero sequencer also? A sequencer would also work in a weird way. As long as everything is in a cycle, we should be fine, I think. Let me see the little picture here. Yeah. So sequencer kind of just does this over and over again. And I can tell this, hey, 1 second. But you can't control this, right? It just does it nonstop. Yeah, so I don't think I can control this, so I'm not sure if I want to do it like this. What about a counter? Or let me... Where's the multiplexer? Because that's the one that probably would work. The thing is, I don't understand it. This looks weird. What did I do for tier 7 water? I might be able to do a similar decoding thing. But the thing is that the input is based on a redstone signal, which we don't have the privilege of this time. So I don't know if this is going to work. No, I don't think this would work. Unless I can figure out a way to decode something. For sure, I do want a pulse former, so I'm going to go ahead and just add them there. Tier 8 water, in my opinion, was the worst puzzle. Well, when you say worst, what do you mean by worst? Worst as in it's difficult? Output orange, output magenta, light blue, yellow. Not difficult, but disappointing. Oh, wait, this is supposed to be lime, right? Yeah. It's still a challenge for me, so I'm not too sour about it, I don't think. I want to see if there's something I can do with the sequencer. But I would have to figure out a way to control multiple of them. I guess I can see that. I would understand that. Tier 7 water absolutely was fun to solve. That it was a fun one. This one, it just boils down to, can you cycle between different ones? And if I can figure out a way to cycle between them, I should be able to figure out a way to craft the ones that do... The ones I am going to need. Okay, this isn't... I don't need this anymore. Put this away before I get too confused. Yeah, okay. All my stuff looks like it's finished. Yeah. So how can I use a sequencer here? The sequencer would work for the first couple of them. Might be able to do that with like a... okay, I'm thinking the gears are turning. Multiplexer would be so cool if I understood how that worked, though. Let me see here, actually. Nah, you know what? If I don't understand it, don't use it. I think I want to use a sequencer. So if I have 3 of them, and then one of the circuits is to tell the next one to work. So there will be 6 sequencers, maybe. I'm just going to put one down, see what it does. If I tell this, hey, work every 1 second, it's going to go between each one. And then if I have some kind of like latch, maybe. I feel like I'm overcomplicating it. Anyone got any hints of how I can do the whole sequencing stuff? Besides just doing it randomly and hope and praying that one of them works. Apparently quirking it is some rural part of England is slang for picking your nose. Is it really? That's actually pretty funny. SR latch would, if I want to reset it, it would have to be over here, right? Yeah, no, I'm not going to do sequencers. It's a little confusing. Without giving many hints, my setup was hope and praying, but not randomly. I got you. Honestly, that totally makes sense. Maybe a counter. But there's not really a way of telling this unless... Oh, you know what I can do? Just make your own decoder. The bus converter. The gears are turning. It's totally unnecessary to use IC gates for this, but I want to. I want to believe that I studied digital logic in undergrad for a reason. So how bus converters work, if I have a bundled cable, right? You know, connected a whole bunch of here. And if I have like a white... What's it called? Insulated. So if I have like a bunch of different colors and I tell this here, I can also have a potentiometer, but is there some kind of IC thing? What does a counter do, for example? I already have one here. Does this give me out? Does this give me analog redstone? Because if it does, that would be great. No, that's not, okay, no, it's not how it works. It's either on or off, so no, this would not work. So what is a good way to do like some kind of counter that also gives an analog signal? Because what I was thinking is having just like some kind of predetermined whatever, and that determines like what kind of signal to give that. So if I have like step 1, it'll power a certain bundled cable and it'll only power this, for example, and we keep going until we go all the way to whatever. The only problem is as well is that there's only 16 possible connections, but there's 18 different combinations that I have to account for. So maybe that's not the trick either. Good idea though, I think. I'm gonna put it down just so I don't forget about it. There's also a potentiometer. Is this something that can be configured? Isn't there like a draconic evolution book I can take a look at? Do I not have that? Nope. You're gonna make me craft it, right? I'm looking for the potentiometer here. Emitting a variable strength of redstone signal between 0 and 15. That's also 16 different things, so no. Don't want that. Goodbye. Don't think I'm going to use that. This one, get out of my inventory. Okay. So counter is probably not going to work unless I have multiple counters. That might be the answer. I have a bunch of counters. I'm gonna want 16 different counters, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I don't even have enough space to redraw it. We'll do maybe 32 by 32. 32 by 16, let's do that. Okay. Three, 4, 5, 6. So absolutely there's going to be 6 different outputs. Corresponding to 6 different quarks. Okay. And having, well, each one is going to be a pulse former. Like that. And then bundle cable here. Then we'll go ahead. I like to work from backwards. So maybe maybe we'll think about that. I'll try that. I may have to adjust it for like extra control, but we'll try that. So there's going to be 16 different counters. I'm going to try counter method. So I need to understand how this works and have a timer to control everything. And I'm also going to need a timer to reset it, which I can totally do. And that's not that difficult, I don't think. So, for example, let's have a max 1. So this one corresponds to the very first one. All right. So what do I need to make this work? Let me play with it out here. Yeah, I'm not going to use you. Okay. So let's say this is 2. I can also set the decrement to really high if I wanted to, which I can, yeah, I'll probably end up doing that. So let's say the maximum is 1. And if I give it something, it's off, right? So I need a way to contact left and right. Got you, that's all I need to know. Just put it out here. Okay. So I need a way to access the left and the right. So right here. 2. And this is so that this does not connect to anything else. One of them is going to be the reset signal. And the right side is going to be the increment signal, which is just the timer. And then this corresponds to up here. So I don't know if I have enough space. So I'm gonna have 18 different things. I don't think I have enough space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope. Just do the max one. 6, 7. Absolutely. I'm a small hobbit. First time chatter, welcome. You absolutely know. 6, 7. To this day, I don't know what that number means. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's something to do with like some dude's height, right? Or basketball players. I'm not too sure. I live under a rock. No. You need to be a pulse former. And then have a bundled cable. White, orange, magenta, light blue, yellow, and lime. And let's say a bunch of counters here. So first one is going to be down here. It has to be 2 away. Like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, of course. 8, 9, 10. Did I even put it? No idea. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. No, not there. Here. 16. Too big of a circuit diagram, but that's fine. Did I even put them the correct number? No idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And they are all controlled by a single timer. And have a bundled gate that controls the whole thing. Or bundled wire. Like that. You're not going to bleed into this, right? As long as there's nothing going into it, I don't think this signal from here is going to bleed into here. How could it, right? So I'm assuming it won't. Have a timer controlling literally everything. Timer. Yes, right here. Like that. And the timer signal, I'll call it pink. Right there. And for now, just turn it off. This timer is going to be 1 second. And then the increment will be every time the timer activates. Is this gonna work? Beats me. Well, that's the beauty of it, right? I'm going to have a black wire here. This is the decrement. This is whenever the recipe finishes. Reset everything. Or whenever nothing is running. Okay. So, gonna have to configure each one. The max is going to be 1. Oops. Okay. So this one is going to be a max of 2. Decrement will be 2, like that. And then we have to keep going. So this is going to be a little tedious. But the idea here is that I can replace the timer for now with a lever. So I'm going to do that. Or a button, actually. Yeah. Right there. So right now, let's say I plug in a little wire over here. If I plug that in, the first one increments. And that's going to pulse the very first one. And after every sequence, like if I trigger it again, it should not be activating because it's going to stay on. And that pulse former is not going to turn off. I believe that's what I'm aiming to do. Yeah. Okay. Also, I need the decrement signal. Okay. So make sure this one's correct. State 2, max 2. Decrement is 2. I want to be sure that everything can reset. Max 3. Decrement 3, like that. This one is 4. Decrement 4. This one is max 5. Decrement 5. Max 6. Like that. It's going to be really hard for me to keep track of everything. Right? Yeah. 7. 6, 7. Everyone's favorite number nowadays for whatever reason. I don't get it. But, you know, I can't blame anybody. Max 8. Decrement 8. Yeah. 9. 7, 8, 9. That's why 6 was afraid of 7. Did anyone remember that? $10. Oh, it's gonna be one of those streams where we're gonna be here for a while, right? I'm all for it. So I don't know if you guys have seen the news lately, but oh, this is gonna be rough. But the South US is gonna go through a pretty big storm starting tomorrow. So hopefully the internet doesn't go out, but if it does, I won't be able to stream. So we might as well get some extra hours today, right? And I'm committed to get this to work. 11. Next is 12. Oh, no. Like that. Decrement 12. 13. It's covering like 30 plus states. Gonna be crazy. Are you also affected over there in your state? It's been pretty cold over there, right? I know you've talked about it in the Discord. 15. 16. And also I'm supposed to have 18. There's 18 different combinations or sequences. So 17, 18, yes. Yeah, that's why I don't really want to complain how cold it is, because absolutely other places it's just way colder. I'm in Texas right now, for anybody who's not aware. And the coldest we get is like in the 40s Fahrenheit. But anything before that, we really risk like power failure. It's kind of notorious that we don't have very good infrastructure to deal with that. -10. Is that also a Fahrenheit or C? I hate to be that guy, but this is a worldwide community. We may have to be specific. There's always going to be someone that's like, oh, what? 20 degrees? That's hot. There's always someone. I respect it, though. It's all fun. Okay. That's cold, though. Either way, either scale that's cold as heck. Okay, I'm gonna add another cable here. So this black one, over here. Yeah, like today it was 70 the entire day. It was actually pretty hot. 70 for me is really fresh. Okay, so I want to make sure I enabled this. Everything is back to 0. The state is 0, 0, 0, 0. I'm just gonna assume that that's what it is. So the idea here, let me drink some water first. Okay, the idea here is every time I increment the counter, only the first one turns on. This one turned on, and you should not. Why? Because the increment, I messed up. The increment should be 1, and the decrement should be at 6. So this is why you debug. Anything else broke? No. Reset everything. There we go. So just the first one should be on, and that's it. I should be able to do this, actually. Yeah, just the first one is on. Hit it again. This is simulating the timer that ticks every 1 second. So the second one counts up. I don't like this, too zoomed out. Okay, good. Third one. Third one counts up. We're all good. Fourth. Fifth. It's a little tedious, but we have to debug. The other option is to just send it, but I'm scared. I don't even know what number I'm on anymore. Okay, looks like it's working okay. You know what? Thanks for reminding me I have to turn on my heater. It's gonna get cold. I mean, I saw the news. We are expected 4 inches of snow in Central Texas. That doesn't sound like a lot, I'm sure, but for us, that's tons. We are not used to that at all. Honestly, I'm not even keeping track anymore. I'm assuming that I did a good job. 3, 4, 5, 6 left. So someone keeping track for me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 2. 1. And then the last one. Okay. And then whenever the recipe resets, we're going to be reading this signal with an activity detector cover. If it hits 0, we have like some kind of NOT gate. Boom, reset everything. Everything's back to 0, and then it starts the sequence again from scratch. Okay, so this looks like it's going to work, hopefully. I still need some more control on the bottom part, but I think the counters should be fine. And then go ahead and connect it to the corresponding one. Need a bundled cable to go across all of you. All of that. Like that. Okay. So next to me, off camera, I have the actual sequence. So the sequence is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm thinking about it now. I think the pulse former should be here instead. And then I'll show you exactly why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the next one is going to be
1 cup of subatomically perfect grade 8 water for mine.
You know, that sounds delicious, honestly. I just got regular water, but imagine perfect tea. Is there such a thing? Hey, Extreme. Welcome to the spaghetti. Okay, but here's the issue. If I turn it on, right, everything's reset. The first one is going to activate, right? But because this stays on, when it reaches the other one, the second one over there, It's gonna have trouble. What you kind of broke. Why did you stay white? Oh yeah, because you also get the signal. So yeah, we need a pulse former. Oops, pulse former over there. So yeah, that's not gonna work. Reset everything. Okay, got you. Delete all of you. Bye. Where are my pulse formers? Right here. So if I do that, maybe. Does it connect like that? No. Lab where I work has some weird waters. Unfortunately, all of them do not drink. I think I've seen you mention what kind of lab you work at. It's funny to think about it though, because doesn't that mean like someone has tried to drink it? There's a reason there's a reason it says do not drink if it's in a lab because someone tried to drink it. Also, I'm not sure how am I going to fix this because I don't think this works either. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Delete all of this and connect it to normal wire. We're going to play with just the white wire for now. So if I turn it on, oh no, it totally works. Yeah, if the pulse former is there, then we're okay. And then the next one toggles as well. Okay, yeah, we're fine. We want the pulse formers here. Hey, Phoenix. We're doing some real nerd stuff, playing with integrated circuits. It's a good thing that I studied digital logic design in undergrad. I'm always going to say that. Now, is this going to qualify for a good grade? Absolutely not. I'm just trying to get it to work. Okay. So the sequence is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next sequence is 1. I'm going to be honest with you. I did not number them. I have this, so I'm like, I don't even know what color is which number. It's 1, 3. 3 is magenta. You know what I can do, actually? Watch this. Three, 4, 5, 6. There we go. There we go. Okay. So I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 3, and then I have to open up the wiki because I don't know the numbers. Where is it? Absolute baryonic perfection purification unit. Just give me the sequence. That's all I need. We'll go from there. All right. It's very bright, right? Yeah. I haven't figured out how to turn off the glare from my glasses, so bear with me. I think I need to invest in like special lens for them. So the wiki is actually there's a dark mode for this, right? Is there not a dark mode? I guess not. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 3, 5. 5 is yellow. 2, orange. 6, 4. 6, 4 is lime. And light blue. The last one is 1, 5, yellow. 2, orange. 4, light blue. 3, magenta. 6 lime. Okay. I'm assuming that's correct. I guess we'll see. All right. So okay. Reset everything. So this is what I want to see. I want to see the first sequence, which is 1, 2, 3. Did I not click it? I did not click it. 3, 4, 5, 6, and the next one is going to be 1. And then we switch to another one. Purple. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that works. Let's just connect everything to the actual logic here. So absolutely, I'm going to need a timer. Timer. State cell timer. Put it right here. And this timer is going to have an interval of 1 second. And before I turn it off, it needs to be, or before I connect it, it needs to be on. So we give it a NOT gate. Don't do anything until I tell you to. Connect the pink wire right here. And there we go. And then the reset signal is going to be connected to whatever is connected to the actual, like, the activity detector. That's all you're going to get connected to. So I can probably connect it down here. So I'll have maybe a bundled IO. Yeah, sure. I can even connect it to the left. Oh, oops. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Yeah, left. So connect it over here, right there. And then, actually, I don't think you even connect, right? Does that work? I have input, and then connect this to black. Does that work? Nope, does not work. Okay, I can't do that. So I guess we'll connect it down here. Right there. Black. Easy. Okay, so this is the reset switch. Now, how am I going to tell this to actually activate? There's multiple things we're going to need. For one, activity detector is absolutely necessary. Wireless activity detector. Does this one count? Oh, I'm going to use wireless. Quick, someone tell me a frequency number. Yeah, 5 seconds. Put that here. And I'm looking for, I forget, is a machine idle or what? Okay. That works. I don't think I have that in my my list of signals, so what is it? 9.3 highly done. Yeah, I'm not even gonna check. So how do I do this again? It has to be on recipe progress. That's what I'm looking for. It's pretty cool because with recipe progress, there's a small delay. I think it's like 8 seconds, right, or something like that. Okay, I'm gonna try that. Don't post your 2F. Too late. We have 30. You have 30 seconds to change whatever password you have. All right. Okay, so what I'm thinking is on the left. On the left is going to be one of the signals we need to activate this. And I'm going to have an AND gate here. It's going to be a bunch of signals. Right there. Okay. Am I able to connect here? I know I asked myself before and I don't remember. Okay, I can connect to the side. So the left is going to be the activity detector cover. So whenever it's on, that tells the signals to start working. I'm also going to need a signal here to pretty much tell. This one is going to read the level emitters. I think I want level emitters to tell my system like, hey, I'm actually ready with all of the quark catalysts. You can go ahead and start. So that's going to be down there. And I'm going to use a bundled cable. Actually, a simple IO is probably okay. Why are you powered? Turn off. Why? What? Oh, because there's one down there. Oops, that's not going to work. Tell you what, you are going to be on the left, on the right. Yeah. Maybe not even level emitters, but maybe something like a cover or an item detector. An item detector would probably work as well. A group of item detector covers. So on the right, it's going to be the black cable that connects to the reset switch. Go connect this to input, and there we go. Reset switch, and there we go. So the bottom is where I want the other stuff. So I'm actually running out of space. That's okay. If I need more space, it's going to have more bundled cables. But I think that's all I need, right? I just need one of the circuit to tell this thing, hey, actually turn on. And the other one to tell this, I am ready to activate. I have enough catalysts. Go ahead and start the recipe. Yeah, we'll try that. So that's going to be down here. It doesn't have to be level emitters. It can be something like item detector covers or something else, really. I'm not sure. Okay. And then this one, I have to tell this to like that. Okay. So only if both of them are on. So right there, it's telling the signal that it's ready to activate. And it's going to start going through all the different sequences. And it keeps going. And then once it finishes, what happens whenever it finishes? Like that. And then it's just going to not do anything else. And that's fine. I don't really care about don't care about it otherwise. And then I have to be able to tell the timer to start. I'm going to have to add another signal here to tell the reset switch. So what I can also do is connect the level emitter. Or not the level emitter, the activity detector cover to the this switch over here. The reset switch. So whenever it turns off, yeah, that's what I'll do. It'll reset the whole thing. So they're going to be opposites of each other. This signal and the reset switch. Okay. In other words, I can connect it to here. Yeah, like that. Like that. So right now everything should be reset, I believe, right? Oh, come on. Oh, not that one. I think I messed it up. No, it's fine. It's a counter. Everything's reset, yes. So whenever the activity the detector turns on, it'll turn off the reset switch, and then the timer starts. But it's also going to be waiting for the quark catalysts to show up. Boom. So once the catalysts show up and it's ready, it'll start ticking, right? So let's say it finishes the recipe, it's going to turn off this thing, and obviously this is going to turn off immediately. So that might not be. I may not even want this. I think I just have to make sure I can craft it fast enough, because it's going to stop counting in the middle of it. Yeah, don't do that. In that case, it's just a NOT gate. Yeah, it's just a NOT gate. Okay. So these two can connect to the same signal. Right? Yeah. Okay. I got you. So I want this thing to be on only when this is on. So this has to be a NOT gate, yeah. I'm connected right here. There we go. So whenever the activity detector turns on, it starts the counter. And then let's say the recipe finishes, reset everything. And then turn back on. And there we go. Reset everything. Probably have to add repeaters here, but I believe that's everything. I think all the other logic has to be outside, maybe. So what other kind of logic do I need? I think this is just going to be reliant on the activity detector. I'm trying to think what else. Take a look at this. Yeah, I think that's it. What I should add, actually, is another signal here to stop this signal. And I can do that with an OR gate. An OR gate is really just a simple wire. So this signal is whenever it detects that I have enough baryonic, like I actually produced the baryonic matter stuff. What's it called? This stuff. If it detects that it produced it, that means I got the right combination, so stop doing anything. And that's what this signal is going to be. And what I can do is extend this a little further and add this to some kind of toggle switch. Yeah, let's do that. So this guy is going to be an OR gate. You're going to detect from the left, and you're going to be a latch. Like that. So if I turn it on, yeah, and it's going to wait for the activity detector to power on again. All right. And if I think Waterline should blow up like a draconic reactor. Oh, that would be so fun. Isn't there something that explodes if it doesn't have the correct stuff? Something there's something I forgot what machine was it, but it explodes if you don't have enough. Something. Or you it's one of the something with the dynamo buffer. Dyson swarm, that's right. I was taking a look at the Dyson swarm. And this man totally says that it'll explode if the output energy hatch is full. Right? Somewhere. I think it says it somewhere, maybe even maybe in the quest. Yeah, machine will explode, a dynamo buffer is full. It'll be funny if they just did that for Waterline, right? I need to figure out how the SR latch works. So I believe it's like that, and then it's going to wait for this to activate again, and then it'll turn it off. And then if this is on, so I have to configure this like that, I think. Yeah, like that. Okay. And then maybe it's like that. So let's say I have, so this is telling me when the recipe is ready, right? So I'm treating it like it's from the start. So let's say activity detector turns on. It enables the circuit, right? And let's say somewhere in the middle, we actually detect, hey, I have matter, turn it off. And it'll stay off until the activity detector resets itself and then activates again. So something like this may work. I'm probably gonna have to play around with the latch because I don't exactly understand, like, remember how they work. I always have trouble with this, but I think we will do it like that. The other option is I'm trying to think here. We'll try this. You're locked in tonight. It's tricky to do stuff like this. It's a lot of thinking involved. It looks cursed, but hopefully it works. I bet you are too when you're hightail or bandit farming, right? Is that what you're doing? If you're not grinding bandits, you're grinding hightail. Let's try this. The cool thing is that if it doesn't work, I can always just set it up again. I'm gonna put this guy away so I don't lose track of it. Thank you. Okay, and then I need the creative chip, this man. Put that there. Go ahead and take this out. This one is, I'm quaking it. Go ahead and make me one. Thank you. And let's see, did they fix the crash? Because a lot of the times whenever I place a gate down, it crashes. It did not crash, okay. Okay, so first of all, how am I going to connect it to everything? And I believe I can set up the catalysts like that. Let's get all the catalysts in my inventory. So we'll set up this one to be 1. I mean, it doesn't matter as long. Well, actually, it kind of does. Make sure they're all in order. No, the order does not matter as long as it's consistent, right? But I have it like this, so I'll just do this. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. So I just need to have bundled cable. Now, I don't know if I'm able to plug it in through the sides. This is going to look like a rib cage. Insulated wire. So I'm going to need a magenta. What colors did I need? An orange. Oh, it's in my hand. Magenta. I can actually see it from here. Light blue. Yellow. And green. Or lime. Yeah. So I said this one is 1. Okay, you do connect, but I don't know if you actually power yourself. I guess we'll see. Not that difficult to add another wire to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So quick test if it actually does connect. Let me see. Well, add a block of qubit here for the circuit. Right there. Put that guy right here. All right. I don't like that, so I'm going to push it out another block. It's probably going to connect some parasitic whatever. No, 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 you don't want that. Okay. So I can always have a button, and I'm going to use levers actually. So I just want to see if it actually activates. So this one, and then have another lever here. I think it reset the whole thing, right? No, it's turning on, but they're not actually pushing in there. Okay. Hang on. Maybe I didn't have something accounted for. I don't like that latch. It's not actually turning it off. So what I need to do is have the other lever. Right there. Okay. So this is going to reset everything, I believe. Assuming no, it did not. It's going through the sequences. I need to tell it, hey, don't work. Can't tell is anything running. Okay, no. Yeah, good. All right. So let's that corresponds to it is off, right? And then it's pretty much just waiting for the activity detector to activate. But we know that it's not working. So I think I can just add like a red alloy wire there. It's true. NBC is pretty fun. I'd like to get back into it one day, but I gotta finish GTNH first. Look at this ribcage looking circuit. So if I turn it on for a couple seconds, let's say just a couple seconds, and then turn it off. Yeah, it was able to push it. Okay. All right, I feel like it's working okay. I just have to make sure that this is just the first half of the problem. The other problem is like, okay, how are you gonna get these things back into here? That's the challenge. And gonna need more logic for that as well. But I think just controlling the droppers, that should be okay. Whether or not this is simpler than the wiki solution, I got no idea, but I'm gonna assume. Okay, break that. Okay, I'll come back to this, but the next challenge is actually figuring out how to like ensure that I have enough catalysts. And one way I can do that is with a wireless connector here. Yeah, sure. And then I'll just put one right there. Okay. And then a bunch of storage buses and blue cable. I don't think I can say no to the storage buses. And also to make sure that nothing else goes wrong, we'll maybe just use sticky cards. Two, three, like that. 1, 2, 3. So this one, if I look up cork catalyst, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So add a sticky card. This one is only that one. Sticky card. This one is only you. We continue just to double check that I actually have it correctly, because chances are I might not. Strange. I don't like it when you're like that. No. Go with the first one. Charm. Bottom. And top. Okay. Just to see if it works, go ahead and, yep, all right. I'll call this maybe insert only. This is just like extra precautions. I don't want this to go anywhere else. Take a water. Good time for water break. All right. This is looking a little bit absurd. I'm all for it though. All right. We have the corks. Oh no, you can't see it because it's on insert only. I won't be able to take them out, right? That's fine. Actually, if that's the case, I don't think I want to. I mean, it's not, as long as I don't have anything requesting from anywhere else, it's fine. And I do want to be able to see them on the terminal, just in case things go wrong. So I'm just gonna do bidirectional, so I can actually see them. But as long as I don't have it crafting anywhere else or pushing anywhere else, I don't think it's a problem. Yeah. Okay. So if I see here, yes. I do want level maintainers. I am going to use them. I don't know how reliable that these are going to be though, but we'll give it a try. I'm going to need 2 of them because I think one of them can do 5 recipes. Yeah, so I need 2 of them. There's going to be 6 different recipes here. And then go like that. Yeah, it's going to look a little cursed, but yeah. That's okay, right? Also going to need a crafting storage. Now just use one of these and a CPU. Just a, or what is it called? Crafting coprocessor. We'll just use a simple one, doesn't matter. I guess I'll put it on top. Yeah, sure. No. I'm very picky. I like to have the crafting storage first, even though I don't think it really matters. Okay. And then have all of you connected. Like that. Let's create the patterns. Another option would be level maintainer, level emitters, but no, I won't worry about it. Circuit 1 is you. I'm not too sure how this is going to work, honestly. There might be a better way to do the whole crafting step, but this is what I'm thinking right now. 3. 4 is charm. 5 is the blue one, bottom, and then top. Right. Oh, never mind. I guess they're all different circuits here. All right, I'm gonna have to figure that out. So this one is going to be circuit 5. I'm just gonna delete the name. 5. Oh, not delete the name. Pink dude is circuit 2. That one's correct. This one is dark blue, circuit 1. That's correct. This guy is circuit 4. Gotta change you. This one is circuit 3. Then the green one is circuit 6. No, not 64. Just 6. All right. So I also need a way to tell my system, like, hey, only craft whenever this is off, like the activity detector. Trying to think here. That's going to be a little tricky. Because what I don't want to do is start crafting it whenever the system runs. No. Because then it's going to be unreliable. And it's going to craft a whole bunch of things. So I need to be able to control these level maintainers so that they don't run all the time. So I might need to do toggle bus shenanigans for that. He's a family. He's a jolly good friend. Hello, 3J Lows. Hello, everybody. Thanks for the raid. You came at a good time. I'm like doing some Waterline shenanigans. I'm like, my mind is pretty flooded right now, but we're gonna get there. Let's do a toggle bus. Do I not have any? How'd your stream go? How's it going? Yeah, we're doing some shenanigans here. Sending it up in a very cursed way, but it's my way, and I like it. So this is 6 channels. All right, should be able to connect the level maintainers over here. Like that. totally get it. What's IOF? Maybe I don't get it. I have 4 more of them. I forgot. I think I told myself I was going to build 4 more of them. Do I even need it? I don't really need it, so never mind. If I ever upgrade the mining stuff, then yeah, I'm going to need it, but right now, not really. NAC feels a little complicated, and thanks for reminding me. How much power do I have? We're still slowly, we're gaining power actually. 2.55. And one of the challenges is trying to get fuel. We have Mark IV fuel, getting this running nonstop. And one of them is getting more of these. So I'll set that up whenever I get the water line going. Pretty challenging task though, getting this second part working. The 3 and 1. Submit, yeah. 3, 1. No. There's probably a better way to think about getting this stuff crafted. Not too sure though. It's gonna be a little tricky. But I think this is what I want to do. I'm gonna need more control for this though. So right now it's not thinking of like crafting anything, right? Which is okay. But how can I tell my system to actually craft the required amount? And I feel like the only thing I can really think of is a toggle bus. So I need some kind of signal over here. Now, what signal can I hijack off of? That's a good question. I guess first of all, let's get the stocking input hatch going. Yeah. So this one is going to be connected to you, and then an output hatch. Like that. Cables. Go ahead and go from here to here. Toggle bus and export buses with crafting cards, but then keeping track of the numbers for each. That's kind of what I was thinking as well, but I don't know how to answer that. But I'm just saying that I was thinking of that as well. We'll try what I was thinking of because it's in my mind already, but I'm not really sure if it's gonna work. So this one needs to have grade 7 water, and well, that's pretty much it. And also tell this to have a bunch of parallels. How many parallels should I give it? A bunch. How much power are you getting, first of all? You might as well get the entire 16384. That's the wrong tool. You gotta be a screwdriver. There we go. All right, so parallels. I want many parallels on this just to get this working. I might even consider having this run non-stop. But I don't know. 512 it is. How much power is that going to use? A ton, but yeah, I'll just leave it there. So technically this is already going to work. But it's only going to work for one cycle because I don't know how to control this. And I also have to connect this stuff going. So this is the one that's going to tell, hey, it's ready. Go ahead and work. But how can I tell that? And I feel like those signals have to be the same. That's very tricky, right? What kind of shenanigans can I do with an item detector cover? I don't think there's much I can do. Never mind. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna worry about it. What I can do is actually connect this to the same signal as the activity detector, which I'm gonna try connecting now. But have a repeater here, or not even a repeater, but like some kind of delay. What is it? Is it the state cell, right? Isn't the state cell the one that keeps the signal on for a while? I want it to be long, like activated long enough for this to actually craft. Three one three one three one three one three one. Yeah. So how does this state cell work? Good question. What's lock? No idea. Does it work by pulse? Yes. So give it 10 seconds of 10 seconds of a buffer. I don't think that's enough though. I'm not confident about this because I don't know how reliable it is for the level maintainer to craft stuff. Plus I should have 2 crafting storages so that it crafts 2 things. How do I do this? Okay. So we have 2 computers. But I'm just curious how fast it is to craft something. You can even have a bigger buffer. I'm going to give it a longer buffer of maybe like a minute, maybe. Yeah, sure. Let's just see a minute. So if I turn it on for like a little bit. Oh no, that's not working. It is. I just have to flip you around. So screwdriver. Yeah. Yes. So this thing is going to be active for a minute and it's going to try to craft anything that it needs. Maybe. And this same signal is the activity detector cover. So let's go ahead and set that up. Need a frame box. Aluminum, sure. Redstone receiver external. Okay, and the circuit we want to connect to is, do I still have it saved? Yes, I do. Go ahead and call this analog mode. Like that. Okay. So I'm assuming they're going to connect to each other. All right, and then I need another signal to pretty much tell this one, hey, I'm ready to go. I have enough stuff. And honestly, I don't know what else I can do other than just spam level emitters. The other option is to just add this to a timer circuit, so that whenever this turns off, we might as well assume that it's ready to craft. That could also be an option. We can assume. I'll look at my circuit again. I just thought of something. So what kind of definitions am I doing here? So this one is whenever it's ready to activate, right? This one is, hey, if I detected fluid, then go ahead and stop the circuit, which tells me, actually, I forgot about something. We're gonna use an output hatch of something else. Use an IV. Well, might as well just give it a big one. Yeah. What's the biggest output hatch I have? CPM? Sure. So that one has to be a normal output hatch. And we're gonna have to configure it a little differently, because I need to be able to tell my setup that you have water. And actually what I can do is set the output hatch here and filter it. Then have this one filtered to the baryon stuff. Okay, and then I would have filtered storage cell. Go ahead and give it a big one. Yeah, sure. I'm thinking of giving this one an import bus, but this one's going to connect to the blue network. But I don't know what else it should have, so that's just a temporary thing until I think of something else. And I want this one to be filtered to tier 8 water. I want all the water to go back into my system. And yeah. And I guess while I'm here, we might as well just filter all of this. Yeah. So this one is going to be the subatomic water. Go ahead and, so you different? I can't tell. Nope. Like that. Filter you to the same thing. There we go. And now I have a spot for it here. Okay, so it's gonna try to go there first. This is starting to look like a mess. I'm all for it though, I'm all for it. So I only want the filtered water to go here. And then this one is going to have the baryonic matter. And I need to be able to read a detector cover from here. Fluids. So if anyone else has another signal they want to give me, like another redstone number, frequency, now's the time. I'll come back to that though. And that same one is going to be connected to a frame box somewhere. And that signal is going to be the one that tells the system, hey, I detected something. Extreme got it first. Chances are I'm going to need something else. I'll use 7545 or something. Stone receiver. This is getting a little like, there's a lot of stuff here. Okay. 676767. Hey, you never know if I have something that like is actually being used. 6767. 67. No, you're lucky. Okay. So frequency is 676767. And I mean, what's so funny? Hang on, I need help here. Whenever this, if I leave it by default, it just detects if there's literally anything in there, right? I'm gonna trust that that's what it does. Six seven six seven six seven. There we go. This is the one that's gonna say, "Hey, I detected something," and there's a latch in there, so I don't have to add a pulse gate or something like that. That's all it's gonna be for. You detected water. I'm actually pretty thirsty. I've been talking a lot. Thank you. Okay. What else? What else? What else? What else? So we have the activity detector cover here. We have a way to tell this thing to stop working because it detected baryonic matter. And we also have a way to, the activity detector cover is here, where if it's, is that the activity detector cover? Yes, but I think I want it to be a NOT gate whenever it turns off, as in whenever the circuit restarts. Yeah, that's a NOT gate. It's going to be powered on for like a minute, but that's fine. Now the smart logician, if that's even the word, is going to test every like little piece of this setup. That's not the right number, it's 9. 937832. But I am not a smart person. We know this. 937832. Yeah. Okay. Now what happens if it's not able to craft anything enough in 3 seconds or 6 in a minute? No idea. It breaks everything. Here's the other question, actually. another thing to think about is I think I need to delay the activation of this one. Yes, because there's a chance that while this thing is thinking about what to craft, something else is going to get consumed. And that's going to lead to like an excess stuff. And also, and I just thought about it, I need an output bus. We can use a simple one here. Go ahead and connect you here. And then that's for all the output catalyst things. So I'm going to need to delay the start here. We'll do that with the repeater. How many ticks? Good question. As long as it's more, then how long that's going to stay active for. So 60 seconds is how many ticks? 60 times 20 is 1200. That might not be enough. It only goes up to 20. Oh no. Is there like a long repeater I can use? The other option is to make sure that this is only, I can actually hijack the signal off of here whenever this is off, maybe. Because I don't want a really long signal chain of this. The other solution is to think about a better way of getting these catalysts fixed. I mean, it's only a couple of repeaters, right? 60 times 20. I can probably reduce it, but divide that by 256. It's only 5 repeaters. Is that going to be funny? Yes. Let's do it. Don't do this at home. One, two, three, four, 5. At this point, it's getting late. And when it gets late, I don't think very straight. Bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, sure. I don't know if you can see I'm having fun with this. It's no. It's too late for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 256. 256. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I do the math, 256 times 5 is 1280. That's going to be longer than how long that's going to stay open for, and that's really all I care about. I'm assuming that if this is able to craft within a minute, hopefully, then it should be ready for me to start my little timer. What number is this? 9, 3, 7, 8, 3, 2. And this way I don't have to spam level emitters to tell this, hey, go ahead and start. Which honestly would probably take up less space, but you know what? At this point we're good to go? No, I'm not. Another thing is to actually connect you here. So what I need to do is I'm gonna bring this cable down here. I need a facade. Excuse me. Right there. Go ahead and connect you here. Right there. Okay. So all the items are going to go back. I also need somewhere to store. Why are you activating? Sir, I didn't tell you. I didn't ask you to activate. I'm so confused. Actually, hang on. That's so weird, though. Why'd you turn on? You're not even powered. Okay, well, everything broke. So I think I just have to replace everything here, get everything back. You're not still running, right? No. Maybe I should have like a manual reset switch. I mean, technically the reset switch is whenever this is off, right? Based on this. Yeah, the reset switch is active at this point. So don't worry about that. So I just need to get everything back. I honestly don't know why it turned on for a couple seconds. No idea, and I'm a little worried about it. Okay. I did put them correctly, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure why it turned on. There's something here that's powering it by any chance? No idea. Oh, whale. Okay, what else? The fluid detector cover, that's right here, right? That's all I really care about. And then I need to be able to bring all of this fluid, 200 millibuckets per tick. Might need to accelerate this. I'll add one acceleration card. What I don't want is putting all of the fluid in one batch. We'll do this one. I just want to be sure that it's able to pull the fluid before the next recipe. And I'm gonna need a storage, some kind of storage for those other catalysts. So it's just going to be a very simple vanilla chest. Oh, we love our vanilla chests. Saw you and recommended. Hello. Thank you. Thanks for joining. We're doing some Waterline shenanigans. I'm gonna put it right over here. Sticky card. And this one is going to be the unaligned cork catalyst. And there we go. And this is just somewhere to put the final product out. I'm trying to think of what else I can do to this, and every time I think about it, there's always something else I should be doing. Everything seems to be connected. I have enough infinity, right? So an important thing is actually to tell the system to only run when there's enough infinity. I don't want to do that though. So I'm not going to. So let's turn it on. I'm just going to see what it does and we'll bug fix from there. So how long until the next cycle? And I guess, you know what? Just to debug first, I'm going to make the parallel 1 so I don't go breaking everything. So I don't like consume all of my purified grade 7 water. You got to wait another 90 seconds. Okay. Trying to think here, what else could we do? So over here, if I try to craft like one of you, it's missing water. We also need somewhere to put the water. Yes, we need somewhere to put the water, so I'm going to have to turn this off. Like I said that we're going to be outputting it back into storage, but... Oh, you know what I can do? It's actually connected to our main system. It's going to show up in the subnet because of the stock replenisher right here. So that's fine. And the other thing to think about is whenever the recipe... Actually, no, the activity detector turns on after like 8 seconds, so we're fine. We have enough time. I think I'm ready to try it. Oh, we have 2 seconds. Turn on. I don't think I got it in time. We're gonna have to wait 2 minutes. Oh, well. What else could we do? Probably turn on the laser engraver. And have somewhere to output stuff. What am I doing? Kind of need that. I have 2 minutes to do this, so if I want to do that, I need an output bus, and that's it. Output bus. Hurry up. Put that right here. And because I'm too lazy, you're gonna have a black cable. Right there. Yeah, okay. So what's gonna happen? Place your bets. Is this gonna work? It's okay if you say no, because I doubt it. And this is just what happens whenever I'm like half asleep and doing digital logic design. Man, it doesn't come out neat at all. If it was just decoding, it's a lot easier and a lot simpler. But this is a little bit of a mess. And you know what? You also need... I'm just going to tell the infinity here. The molten infinity. Because I think the smarter thing is to like make sure that this has enough and connect it actually. Yeah, I need to have the infinity connected to my subnet. This is going to guarantee that it has enough to start. But honestly, it doesn't really matter. I can also just make sure that I have enough infinity in the storage. All right, let's see here. What is it going to do? I see here that it is not doing much, and that's because it's waiting for the activity detector to activate first, which is usually like a couple of seconds. This doesn't do anything. Not gate. Did I do that correctly? Is it even powered? Hang on. Oh, it was just waiting for this to activate. There's nothing in there. Did she not turn on? No, it's on. Let me turn this off actually. No, so it clearly didn't do much. So I think there's like a flaw in my logic somewhere this isn't actually doing anything. I feel like it has something to do with the latch because I didn't really set it up correctly. And it's based off of weird logic. So I'm thinking of, yeah, I have to do something about that. And then this one, it's kind of waiting for this to turn off, right? So that's another issue as well. Yeah, so we have multiple issues. I did not account for, because that should be off immediately, and I don't want it to wait for like a whole 60 minutes for this thing, or 60 seconds for this to turn off or so. So this is not going to work. Okay. Good to know. It's a good thing we play tested it here. So this thing is still not working, and I'm going to have to probably figure it out off camera. So we got multiple things to fix. So we have the counter circuit is working just fine, but it's this logic over here that doesn't really work correctly. I don't like this. I don't trust it. And it's also something to do with the kind of delay here. Yeah, this doesn't work because if it ever turns off, it's going to stay on forever, and I don't like that. So I got to fix that logic. And then probably play test it a couple of times. Make sure it works, but I feel like the counter system is working. This one might work, but maybe there's something else I can do to guarantee that we have enough catalysts. But I'm probably just going to wrap the episode up today for now, because I'm half asleep. This is more thinking than I usually do at this time of night. So if I keep going at it like this, I'm not going to get anything functional done. I'm going to break things, and I'm pretty confident when I come back tomorrow, I'm going to look at it and I'm going to cringe. But I'll do a little bit of this off camera, fix it up, and then hopefully have something ready for the next episode. And we'll go from there. So what I will do right now is actually craft the hydrogen coils, because we have enough hydrogen for that. I'll just go ahead and start this up. Get this crafting so that we can upgrade our DTPF. That's going to take forever. Yeah, it's a big craft. And all these massive crafts are absolutely off camera topics, so we'll let that go, upgrade our DTPF, and I'll be able to craft hypogen, speed up a whole bunch of other stuff that uses hypogen, so I don't have to have like a passive recipe anymore. And we can continue. So it's not like we didn't do anything, right? We learned a lot. I learned a lot about some of the machines. Thanks for that. Thanks for the raiders as well who joined. And it's Cat's Cozy Games and 3J Lows. I appreciate that. And let's continue the raid. So I will be back tomorrow. Again, we do have stormy weather coming in, and there's a non-zero chance that Texas is going to have issues with the power grid. So hopefully that doesn't happen, right? But if it does, then you know where I am. I'm just chilling at home with no internet. Let's see, who am I gonna raid? I see Physia. Let's say hello to Physia. Hardcore? The bean only run. Let's do it. Let's say hello. Okay. Really appreciate everybody for joining and sticking around. I will be back tomorrow if there's no internet issues. I'm going to study the tier 8 waterline, fix it up, study that off camera, and I'll show you guys my solution. For now, have a good night, take care, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.